The shadows proud.
And what a way to start the show with a rhinoceros butthole. G'day and welcome one and all. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Hope everyone is fantastic. I've had a bit of a, not a kerfuffle, but I've had a little bit of a bugger first thing this morning when I was setting up my devices for this morning's run. Went to test a device and the bastard wouldn't work for me. So it's not a Mac, obviously. I will explain it further on when I go through my buffet. But I really disappointed because I really wanted to test the turnstone with some ridiculous power. But c'est la vie. So anyway, it is what it is. Great to see everyone here in chat tonight. I will do a roll call as usual. Excuse me. We'll do a buffet as usual. I do have a poll going in chat for either the Bonza Pro RDA Palmer's Powder Edition or the Dead Man's Hand Seraphim with the Phobos RDA. So that's specifically there for Lauren, so she knows what they are. So yeah, they come during the week. Rather tickled pink about that. And if I get time, I'm going to do another build on the Turnstone RS, really small, or Rally Sport, reduced size, however you want to say it, but I am going to put in some 2.5 mil coils. So we'll see how that goes. But that's a if, but maybe if I get there. So yeah. Well, no point faffing around. We'll talk about my week and then we'll go into a roll call. What a week. What a week. Wasn't ridiculously busy. Did have a couple of quarter past stupid starts, but that was late in the week. So if I'm a little bit on the nod, a bit tie red, you'll know why. But we've had wet weather all week. So everywhere I went was a fucking boggy mud hole. Not fun. Not fun. Top to tail covered in mud and shit and yuck. But hey, that's life. That is life. My wife, the battle continues. We'll just say it as that. Now, also, please don't forget to check out Fresh TV's, and he's in chat tonight, Fresh TV's raffle that's going to be live. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dougie, but I'm pretty sure it's this coming Wednesday. Neil or Dave can drop a link into Fresh's stream /raffle if you guys wouldn't mind, please. Mark Hughes, just to answer that question quickly, I've got the Turnstone big full size with 4mm coils in series, and this is a triple series. So let me tell you, this thing is cracking. So did someone say, I'm not talking about your ass, Neil. That's a boggy mud hole. There you go. That's got some anger. 3rd of June. Fantastic, Dave. Thank you. But yeah, Dave, I've made you a moderator, and Neil, so you guys can drop that link in the chat. So if you guys don't mind doing that for me, please. We've got to get in and support this for Brett, for his young bloke from Brett from Fugly. He needs it. You know, his young bloke needs it. Excuse me, a kidney transplant, I believe it is. So please get behind it, support it. So yeah, if you guys can do that. And if you guys can't, let me know, Lauren. I'll make Lauren a moderator. I just got to find her on here. So Lauren can drop it in there as well. Where are you, Lauren? You're hiding from me, girl. Lauren, put another comment in chat, will you? So I can make you a moderator so you can put the link in there for me, please. So yeah, like I said, absolute dirty, disgusting week, but that's life. But like I said, I got those 2 products in, so I'm really stoked about that. Okay, there you go. Dave's put it in. Excellent, thank you, Dave. Please keep putting it in throughout the night, mate. Because I've got a memory like an Afghani sieve, so I'll forget. So yeah, please keep dropping it randomly throughout the night. So yeah, I got those 2 products in. The Dead Man's Hand and Phobos RDA. I've been chasing this. I'm not going to lie. When you see it, you'll know why I've been chasing it. It is something incredibly special. It is rare, and it cost me a lot of money. It's a series mech mod. It's in a league of its own, in my opinion. So anyway, that's enough talking about that. We will go over it. I'll strip it down so you can see it completely. And what we'll do now is we will go through a roll call, and I'll do it the hard way because that's me. I never do anything easy. I'll go back up to the top of chat and we will roll through. We started first and foremost with Gaming Vapor. Gaming Vapor, great to see you, my mate. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. You'll probably hear those words a lot through this. Coil, the savage that is, the Scottish savage. Fantastic, mate. I hope you're doing well, Coil. Thank you for tuning in. Brian Enoch, I would say, is on his way home. So cheers for tuning in, Brian. Thank you. Takagawa, mate, I hope you're doing great. Greeting and salutations from Arthur of Peaky Blinders. The beautiful lady that is Lauren Johnson, and there she is. Now I can drop her, make her a moderator as well. So, Lauren, you can drop in links to that raffle at your heart's content, darling. And, yeah, please do it throughout the show. Dead Node, mate, I know you're back home now after your wonderful trip to Europe with you and your partner. Some of those photos you posted on Instagram, man, fucking legendary. Look beautiful. Congratulations on having such an amazing time over there, mate. You know, Rome and then via London, I believe, on the way back. Good on you, mate. And I know our friends across the pond are having a 3-day weekend. So kick up your heels, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Tim No Zebras, my brother across the ditch. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, mate, cheers for tuning in. It's not as early for you as it is for me, but it's still bloody early on a Saturday morning. So I hope you've got a nice coffee with you there, Tim. From there, we run down to one of the great sponsors of my show, which is Dave Watman Coil, or Dave's Handmade Coils. Dave Watman, the legend that is. I've had a couple of chats to Dave during the week, as I do, and yeah, I'm actually bastardizing a set of his coils, and I've already told him I'm doing it. So I've made 3mm coils, 2.5mm, to go into the Bonza Pro to reduce some of the restriction. I was going to, and I'll probably do the same thing to another set to go into the Turnstone RS. From Dave, we jump down to Cheryl Deemers, the lovely lass that she is. Thank you for tuning in, Cheryl. Hope you and yours are well. Then we go down to the Vaping Snowman, a.k.a. Mike Frost. I believe you guys will be melting in the UK this weekend. I believe it's quite warm. So, well, warm by your standards anyway. And, yeah, remember, you guys are not used to the heat, so keep up the fluid intake, stay hydrated. Excuse me. A great mate here in my home country, HQ72. Cheers for tuning in. I know it's nice and early for you, but thank you. I appreciate you. My beautiful big sister, Jane Dowd, another fantastic supporter of my show. I've got an order from her on the way, plus some mechs, so I'm really stoked about that. Should hopefully have them probably not this week, coming the week after. So the same week as Fresh's show. From my beautiful big sister Jane we scroll down to Dion Troy, aka Dion78, which will always be to me. Thanks for tuning in, Dion. I hope you and yours are well. I appreciate your support. The Purple Princess, Vapor Bunny, my little sister, who has been a fantastic supporter of many, 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 many shows over the years. And I'm actually going back and watching her lives from the Bitches channel. And I got to admit, I'm having a great laugh. I'm disappointed in the fact that I wasn't around to see it when it was live, because you lasses are, scallywags, and I'm really enjoying watching the replays. Cheers to you, Bunny. Free Rider Vapor, the English Mickey Mouse. Hope you're doing great, Gareth, and you and yours are well, mate. Thanks for being here. Scrolling down, we go to Mark Smith. Hi all. Hi to you, mate. Hope you and yours are well. Thanks for being here. From Mark Smith, we keep going down. Brian Enoch's got back in. So then my colourful cousin, Stolen Time. Cheers, man. Hope that halo is working really well for you, mate. Stolen managed to pick up a halo. It was one of his unicorns. Hope you've got it all cleaned up and ripping and raring, mate. From Stolen Time, we keep going down. MTLHC, cheers for tuning in, mate. I hope you are well. Thank you very, very, very much for being here. From MTL, I'm sure I said Cheryl. We keep going down. Leander Mangan, how are you, darling? I hope you are well. I hope things in your world are phantasmagorical. Appreciate you being here, Leander. Then we go to Mark Hughes. Evening all. Morning, mate. I hope you're great. I hope you're great. Thank you for being here. From Mark, we go to, keep scrolling down. Robert Lawyer from all the way from the streets of Philadelphia. Great to have you here, my mate. Thank you very much. Kari Vahamaki. I just love saying that man's name. It is, it's just got one of those. It's just one of those names. You were missed last week, Kari. Actually, talking about that, where's Aileen? Hopefully, I haven't got to her yet, and she's still on her way here. Hope you're great, mate. Thanks for tuning in, Kari. Then another one of my sponsors, supporters, Flavour Craver, Wayne and Kaylee. I've had no luck with what we were talking about in regards to VTA, but I haven't given up. So even see, represent Flavour Craver. And so from there, we go down to, I think I'm coming up to catching up with everyone. Suki. We got fire him up, fire in the hole. Giddy up. Better saturate that now because I don't want to be taking a dry hit on that. Holy crap and a cracker. Definitely not. From Suki, the aforementioned Fresh TV _69. Cheers for tuning in, Dougie. Mate, I see that you're getting a fair good roll on with your charity raffle. Mate, keep doing it. Keep posting it everywhere. It's, mate, I wish you nothing but success with that. So, yeah, good on you, mate. Well done. And from Fresh, we go down to Oi. Seraphim Phobos all day. Mate, you guys decide. So it is what it is. We go from Oi, we go to Andy C. Cheers, mate. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're well. And we keep going down from Andy C. I'm trying to speed read and roll through and make sure I don't miss anyone. So, yeah, my phone's going ding, 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 ding. Duchess, the American Savage. Great to have you here, Duchess. I hope you're well, and I hope things are ticking along with your visa. So I haven't had a chance to catch up really well with Duchess to hear how he's going with his visa, but hopefully in the after show I will. And I think I've caught, bastard of a thing. Doing well with one leg, Coil. Yeah, man. I understand, brother. I understand. Nikki Maynard, the legend that is. I hope you're doing well, Nikki. Great to have you here. Thanks and cheers for tuning in. And yeah, thank you, Neil, for dropping those links in. Just keep doing it throughout the night. Okay, Dion. Yeah, that sucks dick, man. That really sucks dick. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Fresh. Contact Dave Hall, Lauren, Dave's Coils, Pugs, or anyone else. Yep, exactly. And ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. So, and I'll just check that while I'm here. Yep, agreed, Dave. Just read your WhatsApp message. Agreed. And I heard a couple of things. So one of them may have been my wife. No, it was an email. What's the email? Just a notification email. So have a sip of a caffeinated beverage and some nicotine beverage. Nicotine beverage. Fuck, your brain works way faster than your mouth, Birdie. Oh, yeah. Neapolitan ice cream and coffee. Wow. Interesting. So, by the looks of it, the poll's pretty close. So, don't forget to get your votes in, because you guys decide what I do first. So, if I've missed anyone in chat, please just say, Scotty Wood, the fucking legend that is Mr. Wood. Scotty made me this ages and ages ago, and it's on my desk, and I use it all the time, as you guys see. Mr. Wood that works with wood. The irony is amazing. How's your back, and how's Michelle, mate? Hope everything is good in your world, Scott. Oh, excuse me. All right. Well, there's no point buggerizing around. Let's kick it over and we will do a buffet.
Neon haze in the night sky, clouds rising high.
Okie dokie, boy, Smokey. Oh, that's great news, Scott Wood. I'm glad to hear that your back is getting better. It's still not 100%, but I understand that. Ant of the House of L, mate. Have a great birthday with your boy. Enjoy, take care, and keep those Instagram posts coming, mate. They look sensational. So, and also Mr. Breeze Tones in the house, the legend that is. And he gets all embarrassed when I call him a legend, but to me, he is. So anyway, first and foremost on the buffet, we have the Evil Dildo, and that is slightly out of focus because I've changed the focal point. And yeah, and happy birthday to the young fella who isn't so young. So in the Evil Dildo and Bonza Pro, we have Shytots, Dark and Stormy, and I'm going to try and use this bottle to get that focal point right. No, wrong way. There we go. Only because I don't have autofocus on, because it tries to focus on so many things because my background is quite busy. So then I have the Atlas from SteamCraft Creations with the Anunnaki RDA. In that, I do have the Lcious Boysenberry Jam Scone from Flavour Cravers / ModFog. I just got a bit of drip on my hand, so I'll lick that off because it's too good to waste. Then I have the 02 prototype with the Nightmare 28 on top. And in that, I do have some of Fluffy Nuts. Yum, yum, yum. Fluffy Nuts. Another beautiful Shytots e-liquid. Then I have the Buzzbox by Modmaker UK with the Turnstone full size on top. And in that, I have Twisted Timmy's Cream, which is a dark berry. Bloody beautiful. This was I was going to have set up on my Lung Buster, which is a Tree of Life Box Mods quad series. So 16.8 volts at 0.28, which is what this is coming in at. It was going to be a very, very, very hot vape, but buzz box is not working for some reason. Probably dirty contacts because it's sat on the shelf for quite some time. God level. G'day, Dean T. Cheers for tuning in, mate. Yeah, absolutely dead node. The buzz box does make the turnstone full size look like they're really small. Still rocking the Omen with the Asgard because, like I said, this is my holy grail. And yeah, it is. Yeah. I now understand what all the fuss that Sam and Nick were making about the button on this thing. It is just, yeah, incredible. And in that, I've got the Lcious Neapolitan. I'm glad to hear, Gaming Vapor, that you're still enjoying the V1. The Voltro 41, and it's become a daily. Did you manage to change out the glass? So there's a question for you. And last but definitely not least, in my buffet, my Voltro 38 with the 0S40 with paired from Shytots. Yeah, this is a daily, 100% a daily for me. And this is still quite a rowdy build in that. I won't tell you the resistance. You managed to get the glass apart. Awesome work, mate. Well done, Gaming Vapor. So yeah, I understand your frustration with not being able to do it because I've had struggles with this. Yeah, it is a big setup, Takagawa, but this is daily. It's a combination of everything. I love the mod. It's super responsive mechanical series mod. The Voltro 38 for me, one, it holds a great amount of liquid. 2, I get exceptional flavor out of this. And 3, that paired is fucking brilliant. Oscar Mihamano, great to have you here. Thank you for tuning in, Infinite Mods. Yeah, I will. Well, actually, the Palmer's Powders Bonza Pro is going onto one of my Infinite Mods because I bought it specifically to go onto this mod. Anyway, time for a toot. Don't put it there. Oscar. And yes, Oscar's got a new mech out. Cruise, correct me if I'm wrong. Series triples the aims. Yeah, exactly, Duchess. Boom, boom. Wrong. You'd be downgrading an Orion. Well, I don't have a 28 mil Luna to put on top of it, mate, in red to match. So, and my Luna, I only have the one Luna. My Luna is, I've only got one 28 mil cap, which is the brass cap. I do want to get another 28 mil in that candy apple red because I think that'll look sexy as fuck. So, yeah, but as I was saying, Oscar has made another new mech. Correct me if I'm wrong, Oscar, but I'm sure it's called the Cruise. And it is absolutely stunning. The paintwork that Oscar's done in it, I'm either going to get a full purple or I'm going to get a black to purple fade. Luke Apicella, great to have you here, Luke. If you guys aren't following Luke on Instagram, go and follow him because his collection of mechs is outstanding, absolutely outstanding. Every time Luke puts a picture up, I get really excited because they are just class. I've got some really nice mechs. I'm not going to say I haven't, but Luke's are just, to me, they're next level. Luke's mech collection is absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. So, yeah, go and check out Luke on Instagram. So, yeah, there we have it. All right. Well, what are we? We're half an hour in. It's the truth, Luke. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't, mate. You know, that's my take on it. And, mate, yeah, I think you have some of the most beautiful mechs ever made. So, yeah, check it out. Yes, actually, and congratulations to Neil. Well played there, Dave. If you haven't seen Neil's or GOT Coils post in Instagram, man, oh man, he won a cracker raffle. He won the Swordfish V2 with a turnstone, all color matched. It is fucking gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And not often I get envy, but that I've got envy over, and it couldn't happen to a nicer man. So congratulations to Neil for winning that. Also, we've had a couple more join us. We've had John the Vaping Joker, JVJ. Hope you're well, mate. Thanks and cheers for tuning in. And then we've got William OG 1972. Mate, hope you're fantastic, mate. Great to have you here. Yeah, he's got a stunner coming, Luke. Agreed, mate. It is. I've got to say, categorically, out of every swordfish that I've seen done, that is the most beautiful one I have ever seen. Look, the Swordfish V2, they all look brilliant, but the one that Neil won is, to me, just outstanding. Like there's not enough superlatives for me to say how good it is. It's white with a black, not splatter, but black engraving, and it is impeccable, absolutely impeccable. And before anyone else calls it, I call first dibs. Only teasing. That's a private joke between Neil and I. So, yeah, it is beautiful. And I've got a hood, jacket with hoodie on, but it is the loudest jacket you've ever seen. And this just shows how bad my father's taste was. My dad ordered this jacket with a dirty great big tiger print on it. And poor bastard, he never got to wear it. It got delivered 2 days after he passed away. So I wear it in memory of my father. So anyway, that's enough of that. Yeah, it's turning up at oh, right. Okay, Luke. I get it, man. Mind you, you've got a few fucking really nice swordfishes as well. So it's Aileen Bell. I was worried about you, sweetheart. I'm so glad to hear that you are here. That's what I meant to say. I'm glad that you are here. I hope that you've rested well. Neil, I'll have to jump on a plane, mate. If it doesn't turn up, you let me know. I'll be on the next flight, mate. So, Unicorn Blends. There's a name I've not seen before. Cheers for tuning in. Thank you very much. Hope you and yours are well, Unicorn Blends. So anyway, I'll do a reset on this camera. Actually, before I do a reset on this camera, I'll give you guys another minute to decide if you're going to make any variations on the poll, which you want, what you want to go first, and we will then proceed with said devices. Luke, you'll get the Labradoodle ready, the vicious attack dog that Labradoodles are. Mate, I've got a what's mine? A cavoodle. Yeah, I've just got a little dog, little cavoodle, and great at letting you know that someone's approaching the house. But as soon as you knock on the door, the dog runs like a scared jackrabbit. So, yeah, it's hilarious, absolutely hilarious. So, yeah, you don't have to worry about the dog. The dog just lets me know you're here. So, anyway, well, we'll end the poll there. Oh, the punk rock guitarist, you finally got a little bit of internet. And prayers and wishes, best wishes for Nana, mate. The punk rock guitarist. Craig's Nana had a fall, and yeah, she's in hospital. So hopefully that everything is a-okay with Nana. So big love to you, my little brother. So we'll end the poll there and give us the poll results. There we go. We had 46 votes. It was pretty bloody close, if we're going to be honest. 52% went for the Seraphim Phobos, and so obviously 48% for the Bonza Pro. We will start with the Seraphim. So anyway, we'll flip over cameras again. I'll just do a reset. And then we will have a look, see. Change over cameras. And here we, yeah, righto. So here we have them, the Phobos RDA and the Dead Man's Hand. Just move that mouse out of the road. I'll try and keep my eye on chat as well. No, and it's already fucking me up. And trying to do it left-handed is really autistic. So, oh, for fuck's sake, I hate. Okay, now you get over there where I want you, so you don't do that to me. Now stay. So here we go. We will look at the Phobos first. It is a 30mm RDA. These are secondhand. I purchased these as a set, and they are absolutely stunning. Okay, so here you have the Phobos RDA. Like I said, 30mm. Bunny's favorite drip tip. It's ultimate. It's a chuff cap. That's all that will go in it. Oi, Josh, you fucking you squirting freak. Hope you're well, man. Yeah, it's definitely a hot day in the UK. So yeah, the Phobos is a 30mm RDA, and when you see the mod, you'll know why it looks so good in here. Now the O-rings on this are exceptionally tight, exceptionally. So I've got to take it off camera to be able to take the top cap off. Yeah, it is ridiculously tight. Now the fucker doesn't want to come off at all. So I may not even be building it unless I can get the fucking top cap off. Oh, Jesus, Mary, and fucking Joseph. Like I said, that's how tight it is. And while we're looking at that, I'll give you a sneak peek at that. And you can have a look at that and drool. Yes, it is Stabwood. And holy crap. My hands have already become sweaty, and I'm still struggling to take this top cap off. I'm going to try and take an O-ring off. There we go. Now I'm going to have to try and unscrew that RDA off the build stand. Oh, there we go. So there you have the Phobos build deck. It is a very large build deck. Yeah, you'll see it in a second, Flavour Craver. Don't you worry about that. I'm just going to move that out of the road. So we'll zoom in right up close. So there is the Phobos. It's build deck. Your coils get the legs. You just push your coils up through there, and you can snip your legs off nice and easily. You've got a position for your coil jig. And I am going to take one of these O-rings off just to try and make it a little bit easier to take that top cap on and off. If I can get my finger in there to do it. I'll take that O-ring off and put that somewhere where I'm not going to lose it, like back in the box. Excuse my arm on the over the camera. Like I said, they're second hand. They're not brand new. All I've done is basically no coil. I never got a 25 mil RDA. I've only ever had their 30 mils. And when I sold my my Necronom, I sold the matching RDA with it. So I don't even have that anymore. So anyway, time to have a quick vape break. Okay, Lauren, you've been self-medicating there, sweetheart, have you? So like I said, there's the airflow cap. I haven't managed to take the insert out yet that you can see in there. But that's to be done. I didn't want to go fucking around with it before I did it up here. So it is a very, very simple RDA. There is no locking tabs. It just spins freely, but it is bloody old. So we are going to build this, but I'm going to put that to the side for the minute, and we're going to look at the Dead Man's Hand Seraphim. I'll just zoom that out a wee bit so we can get a better look. Now look at this thing. This is absolutely fucking stunning. And if you've got one of those en route coil, I'd love to hear your opinion on. As you can see, it's a fingerprint magnet because that brass is highly polished. The stabilized wood, or the wood frame, has been polished within an inch of its life. The previous owner maintained this absolutely spectacularly. I will pull get in line there, Flavour Craver, let me promise you. So it does have silver contacts, and it is full brass plates and contacts. Sorry, not contacts. Top and bottom plate plus side plates, a high quality brass. I believe it's Australian naval brass, but all your contacts are silver. So we will strip it down, have a look. I'll just use something to undo those battery caps easily. The threading on this is stunning. It is well used. I'm not going to say it's not. It's quite an old device. And this is how personal it is. Even, yes, it is series. So there's your certificate of authenticity. It is an LE Stabwood, serial number 049 by Donald Wolfgang Mustaine III. So, yeah. And I know that's Wolfgang's signature. Luke, these things, I own two Seraphims, and I love them both. One is the full copper version, and now I've got this Stabwood one. Yeah, it is. It is a very special device. So, and it's even marked negative to the bottom, positive to the bottom, so that your positive pin, your positive on your battery. Unicorn blends. Good on you, man. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that right alone. I'll let you guys take the piss. So these screws in the bottom are actually Ultim screws. So you have to be very, very, very gentle with them. They are not designed to build the Harbour Bridge. Because this is a series mod, there has to be a break in the circuit. And to insulate your connecting rods from the top, they use Ultim screws. So there's your bottom plate. Your top plate then just slides out. you have silver contacts, magnets to oppose. I'm not even going to take that silver contact out. Yeah, I don't. They are solid silver in the bottom there. So on your top plate, you have a silver hinge, and the button is just the tiniest of throws. If this is not adjusted correctly, then I do have to pull it back apart and readjust. So as you can see, I'll put this back in here, and you can see that button pop up. That's your button press. It is tiny. So what happens is, to hold it all together, these screw into the bottom, but they have to break the circuit. You can see that those rods don't reach to the bottom, because otherwise they would make solid contact with that, which would then make it a live mech. Before I go too far and build the RDA, I'll just put this back together, and I'm going to test it with something else. I'll just probably throw the turnstone on there. And like I said, it's Ultim, so you don't go, you're not trying to build a bloody Arbor Bridge. You're just being nice and gentle so that they hold that plate in. And I'm just going to take it off camera for a second so I can screw them in without damaging anything. And it helps if you use the right size screwdriver. So, and I don't want to over tighten them. So there we go, all back together. Grab a set of series batteries, and we will go positive end to battery, negative end to battery, negative battery cap. Now I'm only just screwing these on so I don't drop the batteries. Go backwards before you go forwards. Now I have not put, this is exactly how I got it from my mate. If I can line the bloody battery caps up. Oh God, strike me pink. Do you even vape, bro? Oh, come on, Birdy. That one just sat on there beautiful. All right, just back it off. No. And when it goes on, it falls into place. Oh, Christ almighty. How to make something so damn easy look so damn hard. Hang on, hold the phone. Just line it up straight, you buffhead. Because my hands are all sweaty and excited, I can't do shit. And there it goes. It just fell in. As soon as I got it lined up, it just falls in. Right. So those are in there. We'll take the turnstone off. There. We'll screw it on here. Open airflow. 1, 2, and that's not making contact. So we've got to pull it apart again because that button is not making contact with that switch, I would say. This could be an epic fail. That will not be nice. Just actually, before I go too far, just double check. That's all down. That's up tight. That's up tight. No, not working. G'day, Jeevan. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to take those screws back out because it's got to be in this, that switch is not making contact. It's not getting all the way down. That can be the only thing, unless that 510 is not making connection. And I like to do this live because then there can be no takebacks. And yes, I haven't taken the batteries out, but I've backed off the yeah, exactly. Dave, and okay, we'll take that plate off there and leave that screw sitting in there. Take those batteries out, put you to the side, take that off there. I'm just double checking that because that button is not traveling very far. So what I'm going to do is adjust this button here. But you've got to keep magnets parallel so they correspond with the magnets on the other side. Is that parallel? And down. Bastard. Spin you back round. These posts here do come off. Now I'm getting more travel out of that button. Put you back in there. We go positive, negative. Put the plate back on. I'm probably going to end up with a handful of fucking e-liquid from that RDA. Before anyone says anything, those battery caps are backed off, so those batteries are not making contact. Make sure that they're making good contact. No. Oh, there we go. It's a hard press to make it make contact. There you have it. So we'll back those batteries back off so I can build the RDA. I'll take that back off there. And let's have a look at this. I'll put the turnstone back on the buzz box. So it's not fuck Dave. And Craig has already called first dibs on it. Oh, that's nice and toasty. Anyway, let's have a look-see here. As you can see, I'm a messy fucker. It did drip out. I am going to use some SteamCraft coils. Oh, I can keep it. Thanks, Dave. You're a very generous person, mate. I'm going to use some SteamCraft coils. And these are 4mm coils. And what size is that? Yeah, that's going to be the right size. And again. And again. And get this bag open if I can. How did I ever do drugs, man? I fucking can't even open a baggie. Fair dinkum. Absolutely fucking hopeless. So get them to come out of there. Set of tweezers. These are big coils. I'm hoping that they'll fit. Come on. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Fuck's sake. How to make something so simple look so fucking difficult. So now I need a 4mm jig. And 4mm jig. And these go in pretty well like so. So you sit your jig like that, and I'll probably just raise it up a wee bit. Sit it like there. And what'd you do with that other there? You can see where the airflow sits. If you have it down too low, it's gonna, you want a bit of undercoil. Yeah, coil. Mate, how did I ever do drugs? I'll never know, mate. Really? Make sure that's a good connection. Good connection. And just push that across a wee bit. And see how that looks. I think that coil needs to be pushed across a wee bit. What I like with these cutouts is that it just it makes it sit bang exactly where it's supposed to. So, and snip the top legs off. One bit gone. And 2 bits gone. Spin him round, and it sits fair way out towards the outside of the chamber, which is where you want. Rip the sauce. That's taking me back, mate. That's taking me back, coil. Get you to go in there for me. Nice. And sit that about there. One, just tuck you up in there because you're going to deform on me. I know that because of the way the legs are. Tighten you. Tighten you. Spin you around a bit. Make sure you're nice and square. Pull it towards the outside a bit without too much. That one's a little bit off. And as you can see in there, pretty even Stevens. With that coil position, the vape warmer or cooler, you would definitely get less spit back, but I've never used this RDA, so first time trialing it. Yeah, and you just drip straight down. Everything falls as you drip down here, falls over the top of your coils. So your coils are always saturated. Because the way that top cap is, I wouldn't like to be fucking taken on and off every time. Bruni Saint. Hello, stranger. I hope you're well. And Chowd Clucker. Bruni, I wonder how many older people went back to smoking because there's no vape shops to coil up. I couldn't agree with you more, Bruni. There would have to be plenty, mate. So I'm just going to recheck those grubs. Make sure they're nice and tight. This is not a load build. by my standards at all. If anything, it's a high build by my standards. And we will get the world's most beaten up Odin. And I did have, oh, that's right, I put it down there. 1, 2, 3. Let's wake you up. Yes, we don't want it at 63 watts. We want it a lot less than that. Start at 25. That'll do. And we have firing. Yes, we have firing. So we get the process to start happening. And starting to see a little bit of change of color on this coil. I haven't seen any on this coil yet. It will be low and slow, I imagine. Beer Gut Gaming, I didn't see you sneak in there, Dan. Hope you and yours are well, mate. I'm getting a little bit of color there. You're starting to color up. Getting a little bit of gold in there. I'll just kick that power up a wee bit. Up to 32 wattos. Oh, yeah, we're getting a bit more color in now. Slow and steady. As a EB, how are you, my bro? Thanks for the chat last night. I appreciate you, brother, getting back to me so quickly. Right, they seem to be glowing pretty easy. We'll kick that power up to 57 watts. They're glowing beautifully. And there's a little hot spot right back there. Just right in there, right at the bottom, you son of a gun. Dang nabbit. But they're glowing beautifully. Yeah, mate, that would be a perfect build for the Turnstone RS there, Cloud Chucker. Putting it on a hexome. You get up to 74 watts. I'll just check that resistance. Well, that's jumped up. Oh, they're hot anyway, so yeah, makes sense. Why am I using the back of the tweezers? The reason being, when you're using the tip of the tweezers, and this is a Breeze Tones Pocket Science. If you're scraping wire on ceramic, there is a possibility that you're scraping microns off the ceramic into the deck. So that's the reason why I use the back. That way it's metal on metal. And I just use the tweezer end just to pull it apart. It was a Breeze Tones thing, and it made perfect sense to me. So they're blowing and glowing beautifully. I'll let them cool down. Flip over cameras for a second. Take me Anthony Ramella's off. Is there any coffee in that? It's probably going to be stone cold. Fucking yuck. Ugh. So yeah, that's the reason why Taco, I use the back of the tweezers, so no ceramic particles can come off and go into my coil or into my deck, because we don't want ceramic in your deck. And like I said, it just made sense to me. Yeah, Birdman's got gynecological glasses. Make my teeth rattle there, coil. Like I said, guys, I can't take credit for it. Breeze Tones gave me the idea, and it just made sense to me. Metal being harder than ceramic, you know. Yeah, it made absolute perfect sense to me. I love Breeze Tones' pocket science. You know, it's just a thought process. And like I said, these are 4mm coils, so I'm just prepping the cotton for what I'm going to need, what I think I'm going to need. Because it's only a very short distance from the coil to the deck. So you shouldn't need long bits of cotton for these. Toot science, that's the one, Duchess. I couldn't remember the phrase that Adam used. Could not remember the phrase that Adam used. Toot science. So anyway, we'll flip back over cameras. If I've turned it back on. Yes, I turned it back on. And put me Anthony Ramella's back on, my gynecological glasses. And tweezers there to grab that cotton. There's going to be a bit of cotton wastage on this. But hey, that's life. I've used Cloud9 since day dot, since they started. They're an unofficial supporter of my channel. And now it's great that early birds using Cloud9. Let's give that a bit of a just a light fluff out. Not even a rake out, just a fluff out. A lot of cotton. It is a lot of power going to be put through these, so I always want the vape to be saturated. No, Breeze Tones, it's... I've said it to you before. I love the way that your mind works in that regard, because it makes perfect sense to me what you're saying. You don't have a lot of room to tuck cotton in there because of the way you've got the checkouts and guides. And this is the other thing that Adam taught me, to use the tweezers upside down. And that's just practicality, because it's so much easier to put your cotton in that way, in my opinion. So take off those bits of extra there that I don't need. The other thing that I like to do is actually cut at a 45. And my thinking behind that because we're down. That's the one, Adam. I always cut on I try to remember to cut on a 45, and my thinking behind that is the underside is closer to the deck than the top side, so you need your top fibers longer than your bottom fibers. Yeah, you cut it a 45 too, Azza? That's my thought process behind it. You know, because it's the arc is smaller on the underside than it is on the top side. So that's my theory. Yeah, more efficient wicking. That's the way I look at it too. Oh, come on. Now, you weren't here early, Azza. I was going to have the turnstone full size on my quad series mod, so 16.8 volts mechanical, but it decided not to work for me this morning, and at 4 o'clock in the morning I was not going to be playing silly buggers with that sort of power and trying to get it to work. So I'll have a tinker with that mod during the week, and we'll try the turnstone hopefully next week on 16.8 volts of power and see how it goes. It is currently running on 12.6. So I am going to put the Lcious strawberry swirl on this. I'll zoom back out a bit now. Lcious strawberry swirl on it. Evening, Steam Pugs. Hope you're well, man. Just doing the Seraphim and the Phobos RDA. Let that cotton absorb all that Lcious goodness. So yeah, I'm just going to drip straight down the guts of it like so and let it fall down. So yeah, you did hear that right, Cloud Chucker, 16.8 volts. Well, the turnstone is currently on 12.6 volts. Like that's at 74 watts and it's barely touching those coils. Smells fucking good. So just get a little bit of liquid on my finger and go around that cap and drop the bottle and spill it everywhere, you fucking knobhead. We'll have to adjust that. Just wipe that off because I don't want to get liquid all over that Stabwood. Just dry my hands. Stuart Valentine, you feckin' bandit. Hope you're well, brother. There we have it. the Phobos on the dead man's hand, Seraphim. Anyway, take off the Anthony Ramellas. Sitting on top of my head. Flip back over cameras. Let's have a toot. Flavour, straight out of the gate, is solid. Yeah, it is a Technicolor Dream Coat this morning. It's whistly. It's very whistly. Holy shit, that's whistly. Damn, that's whistly. Yeah, that's fucking horrendous. Oh. Yeah, that is fucking ultra whistly. That's going to have to be a change around the coil positions, I reckon. I know even then I'm not sure whether it'll fix it. Is the deck post, you reckon, has it that's causing that whistle? You've done more with designing. You've done a hell of a lot more designing than I have, so you know way better than me. Thank you, Jeevan. You love the hoodie. Yeah, my dad bought it for himself, and it arrived 2 days after he passed. So he never even got to wear it. I'm sure my dad was fucking colorblind because, mate, the shit that he used to put together and wear, he had no fucking idea of what matched. And unfortunately, he passed that gene on to me. It doesn't whistle as bad. Yeah, matches my cup. It doesn't whistle as bad if I'm not trying to forcefully inhale, if that makes sense. If I undo the lid. If I just let the vapor sort of come into my mouth instead of trying to inhale it, it doesn't whistle as bad. It's me actually pulling the vapor through the RDA. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, Hawaiian shirt and as a hoodie, yeah. No, I got my Steel Valley Vapors T-shirt on this morning. Put some more cotton around the posts. That makes sense. I'm not going to do it live now, but I'll persevere with it today. I will persevere with it today. Like I said, the flavor's not great. I'm not going to say it is. The flavor is reasonable. Looks sexy as fuck. Absolutely looks sexy as fuck. Will I play with it further? 100% I will. 100% I will. But it was more to basically show you around the mod, show you around the deck. The hoodie has enough colors that will match everything. And it does have a quirk. This mod does have a quirk. If you push only slightly on one side, it's got to be, yeah, look, I'll show you what I mean. So if I push here, not firing. I've got to push over here. Yeah, so here's a slight little quirk in it. The bloke I spoke to told me as such. I actually think it's the length of the screw that is holding the button on. So, Azza, if you did a brass turnstone, mate, yes, Absolutely fucking yes. 100%. Yeah. Touche, Aileen. Touche. Can't comment, Duchess, because I don't have one yet. As you need to do a brass everything, in my opinion. So, mind you, it's hard to go from series back to single battery, that's for sure. But Azza did send me a photograph of something the other night, and it's got nothing to do with early bird. It's back in the old VC days, and not often I get really hard in the wee over a mod, but the one he sent me the photo of, I got really fucking hard in the wee of. 100%. 100%. Yeah, and I reckon that list is growing by the day. So anyway, I'll do another reset on that camera. A stacked hog, yes. I wasn't going to say anything unless you wanted it out there, as to be honest with you. But yes, an 8 battery hog in Para Series. So 16.8 volts Para Series. How exciting is that? How exciting is that? Anything 16.8 volts. Oh, yeah, baby. So we're going to look at the Bonza Pro Palmer's Powders Edition. And I am going to put it on the Infinite Mods Orion. So this is obviously the red version. You do get a letter from Sam saying how to look after it. And you cannot use the beauty ring with it, which is a crying shame, but it is what it is. So take that off there. I am just going to sit this on the Orion. And it sounds like it's absolutely peeing down outside. Now, this was not, there is a slight variation in color. But the candy apple red, to me, just looks divine. Absolutely divine. So, yeah, it would have been absolutely. Ohms Tips is in. G'day, Liam. Hope you're well, my mate. And look, Wayne, no red tip. It's white. So just your standard, like I said, everything about the Bonza except it's coated by Palmer's Powders. And I ordered this specifically to go onto this mod. Like I said, the color match is not perfect, but it's pretty fucking close. So good enough for me. So I'm just going to chuck a quick build in this. And we'll vap it. I'm going to build it on a mod. No, you shouldn't, but couldn't be arsed, dick arsing around with it. And what size screwdriver do I want? Because they're flatheads. No, it's the next size down. I'm going to use some of Dave Watman's handmade coils, and I'm going to bastardize them. Well, sorry, they're already bastardized. I've already made them down to 2.5 millimeters instead of That's loose. That post. That positive post is loose. Straight out the gate. What size 6 key is that? 2.5 mil? No, it must be 2 mil. It's tight. No. Okay, so some Dave Watman's aliens that I've created down to 2.5 mil. So the resistance is obviously not going to be anywhere near where it should be. It's going to be lower because I'm making a smaller coil. Just setting the wattage to do pre-fire. Cut the legs at 6 millimeters. So apologies to you, Dave, for bastardizing your coils, but I wanted 2.5 millimeters for this. Oh, God, Birdy, you're hopeless. Too restrictive for you, Nikki. Well, that's the reason why I've made these 2.5 millimeter. Yes, I find the Bonza is restrictive. I'm not going to disagree with you. But hence why I'm putting in 2.5 millimeter coils instead of 3 millimeter. Look, I think the flavor out of the Bonza is very good. But yes, I agree with you. There is, for me to really enjoy it, there is too much restriction on it. So and these are actual 2.5 millimeter coils because when I did these, what I did was I put them in an RDA and then used the 2.5 millimeter bit and pulled up, so they're tight to 2.5 millimeters. So, all right, you want to play silly buggers? We'll spin you around a bit more. Oh, that's why you fucking dumbass. You left the screw done up. Here I am trying to fucking... Do you even vape, bro? I don't find the R3 as restrictive as the Bonza. I'm going to say that. They're a bit close to the center. So anyway, there we have it. That doesn't look right. We'll try. I enjoy the R3. I've got to be honest with you guys. Oh, you drilled yours out, Steam Pugs? Did you drill out the Bonza Pugs or did you drill out the R3? Kick that power up a bit. Oh, the turnstone is sensational. All right. There's an issue with this atomizer, I'm telling you here and now. And I reckon it's something to do with that deck. So I'm going to have to, I might have to kibosh this and work out what's going on, because that resistance is definitely not where it should be. Yeah, no. No, I'm going to call it there. I'm not going to fuck with it. That deck needs to be pulled apart and have a look at. Well, actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do it live and work out what's going on. I'll take these coils back out because there is definitely something wrong with that deck. I can tell you here and now, because that resistance is not where it should be. Definitely not where it should be. So we'll just take them out and sit them there for the time being. I'm going to pull this apart and have a quick look at this. Find out what the hell's going on. And where's that? The insulator's right. That whole post block. Let's see if we can get it right now. Dodgy coils, mate. Nah, it's definitely not dodgy coils. That I can guarantee. It just didn't feel like, even when I was dicking around with it before, it just didn't feel 100% right. So, Jane Johnson, good evening, sweetheart. I hope you are well. And I hope things are going along tickety-boo for the charity stream. We have been spamming the link to Doug's channel all night for the charity stream. And thank you for organizing such a beautiful thing. Take the batteries out of the Odin for 30 seconds. It's definitely not the Odin, mate. It's 100% this RDA. Shit just didn't feel right when I was building it. You know, the old story, trust your instincts. Try again. You being cheeky there, Lauren? No, now it's staying stable. Now it is staying stable. Much more better or good. I'll get a bit of the Cloud 9 happening. You're stable at being unstable, Dave. That's how it works. It's still a bit thick for 2.5 in my opinion. No idea what I'm on about. Fair enough, Lauren. That's a bit too much. Okay, there we have that. Like that, Liam. Stable in a grass, eating grass. Stable. Oh, I'll give up. English second language. I still might end up doing the Turnstone RS yet because I'm not 100% confident with this. You want a pony, Lauren? Well, work your fucking ass off to get it, girl. That's what my parents used to say to me if I wanted something. Well, get off your backside and earn the money. This is more about being pretty, this. I'm going to stick some Grandma's lemonade in it. Some ModFog Grandma's lemonade. Oh, that's what I didn't bring down this week was the Welsh custard. That's still up in the garage. Son of a gun. Should have brought the Welsh custard down. There we have it. I still haven't tried it, Wayno. I forgot about it, to be honest with you. I completely forgot about it. I should just double check that. And there goes the kookaburras. Yeah. Not what I thought it would do, but it's staying stable, so. Resistance is stable. Yes, it is restrictive, but that's okay. And we'll put a black battery in there. Snug it up. We have vapors. A little bit more drippage action in there. Take the Anthony Ramellas off and flip over cameras. Here we have it. Bonza Pro RDA Palmer's Powders Edition. It's a Bonza Pro. I get very good flavour out of it. I'm not going to say I don't. Yes, it's restricted. Yeah, the red does look spectacular. It looks absolutely spectacular. So, like I said, I bought this for this reason, to go on to this mod. Unless, if Oscar's still in here, if you want to make me a red 28mm cap in that, the corresponding candy apple, I'm down for that, mate. There's nothing right with us Aussies either, Aileen. So, yeah, the flavour's excellent. It is restrictive. No if, buts, or maybes about that. It is definitely restrictive. That strawberry swirl is so fucking good. So fucking good. Well, I better find another set of coils to put in the turnstone. Really small. Fair enough, Wayne. Fair enough. And that's how you do power. Oh, fuck, I hope that coffee hasn't gone cold. We'll find a set of Dave's coils. And Dave, again, I apologise because I'm going to bastardise them because I want to try 2.5mm coils in the turnstone. There's the set I want. They're the set I want. So we are going to bastardize these coils. Tell you now. Okay. Reset. Set that out of there, so I've got shit out of the road. Put me Anthony Ramellas on. I'm going potholing. Flip back over cameras. Put that there. Move that across a wee bit. Wrong way, Roger. And let's have a look at this. A turnstone. That's right. I need the next screwdriver down from that. I need that one. Because that's the right size. I think. Yes, it is. That screws are backed out. That one is. Yep. So that side's backed out. They're backed out. So, like I said, I'm going to bastardize these coils. Vaping Brummy, good evening, mate. Hope you are well. Okay, we'll put them over to the side. We're going to stick that in there. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to cut them so they're even. Because the legs are going to get a lot longer. That fell on the desk there yet. Okay, there's one cut there at 8mm. There's that little bit there. Because the leg, I'm gonna make these coils smaller. Mate, you're here, Brummy. That's all that matters, mate. Doesn't matter whether you're late, you turned up. I don't know where that, oh, there it went. Get over there. So we'll sit them on there. Just going to put that straight into there. I'm going to tighten these down. Grab the right screwdriver, you bell end. One, two, tighten it. Cicero, you're here, damn. And we get the coil jig. So that's 3mm. That's 2.5. Stretch and shrink. There you have it. How to make a 3mm coil, 2.5mm. The legs go a little bit manky on you, so you just have to bend the legs back around a bit. One done. Do the second one. Because I think I'll get better airflow with being 2.5mm in this. And we go to 2.5mm. Don't hit that fire button, Birdie, for Christ's sake. Stretch. Stretch. There's a bit of spring in it, so bend that back around. Get the coil cutting guide. And what do we say these are? 5.5, aren't they? From memory, I did last time. And snip. And snip. That went flying. One. Snip. And snip. Yeah, look, it doesn't do the coil any real favors by stretching it like that, because you do have the potential to damage the wrap, but in a pinch it'll get you out of strife. So I could have kept the coils in here that were already in here from last week, but they were also SFCs, so they were a lot wider, and I didn't want to go fucking around with damaging SFCs, trying to get them in there and make them 2.5mm. Much easier to do it with a smaller mass coil. And there's a tiny little bit of a dag hanging off that one. Bit of the wrap. Got rid of that. Yeah, I think SFCs you'd probably struggle with a bit more trying to do it and end up damaging the coil, whereas aliens are not as big a mass as a SFC. So that's why I use aliens to do it and not SFCs, even though I prefer SFCs. Over that airflow. Over that airflow. Square. Square. Right. Let's start pinging and pulsing. Yes. Back. Back. Drop that down a wee bit. Drop that down to about 25 watts. That'll do me. Grindstone sounded slutty. I do expect to have a fair few hot spots in it because I have bastardized these coils. But true to Dave's form, mate, look at that. Couple of light brushes and fit your postcard perfect, even though I fucking messed with them. Kick that wattage up. That's working a treat already. Kick the wattage up again. 50 watts. Beautiful. Kick it up again. 86 watts. Beautiful. Rightio. We will get some more Cloud 9 happening. Actually, no, I won't use that one. I'll use this one because there's enough left in this tub. A couple of two. Yep. Probably just enough left in there as well. Because you don't need a hell of a lot of cotton with this turnstone. One. Take a little bit more off that. Thank you, Brummy. Yeah, I forget to say that. Right. Get this hip hopping happening. And I want the other ones. And tuck, nip and tuck, nip and tuck. Well, I like the turnstone with the 3mm in it, but I actually think I'll prefer it with the 2.5. Just give it that little bit extra airflow, and that's the only reason why I'm changing it. Right, what liquid am I going to put in this one? What am I going to put in this one? Oh, I know what I'll put in this one. I'll put in a bit of the Frank and Atticus. A little bit of the Frank and Atticus. Blast from the past. Frank and Atticus. Birdman swirl. Between the Lcious range and particularly this flavour from Frank and Atticus, which unfortunately is no longer available. Probably the liquids that I've vaped just about the most of in the dessert. Because I've vaped litres of this and litres of Lcious. So yeah, we nicely saturated. It's all soaked in. Just going to check that resistance, what it ended up at. Yeah, I'm happy at that. It's a mech build. Is it a low mech build? No. But it is a mech build. Okay, put that. Oh, fuck that up somehow, Birdie. Yep, you did too. Cocked it up. All right. Put the cap on. There you have it. Going to stick it on the Vindicator because it matches bloody perfectly. Yeah, I've got a Vicious Ant. Were very beautiful mods. I'm not going to say they weren't. Yeah, I've got a Spade Azza. Yeah. I think it's the only Vicious Ant I've got left is the Spade, actually. Spade with the Apex RDA on top. So anyway, let's we'll flip back over cameras. There you go. The turnstone on the Vindicator. Got to say, I prefer this. I prefer the airflow with 2.5 mil coils in it. Definitely. For me, it because I don't like particularly like restriction. This works better. Yeah, definitely a better fit in my opinion. The airflow is still incredibly smooth, which it's just the restriction now has gone for me as much as what I was used to. I haven't chosen my words carefully there though. I prefer this with 2.5 millimeter coils because I get more airflow. It is a more enjoyable experience. Yeah, fucking flavor is phenomenal. Absolutely sensational. It is everything that I expect out of that liquid at that resistance. It's working a treat. So yeah, look, just here's the thing, and I've heard so many people do it, and it does annoy me a bit. They'll pick up a device or an atomizer, and they will put a build in that isn't appropriate and say, oh, it's shit. Try different things. Try different types of coils, different diameter coils, different coil positioning before you say something shit. You know, as I know, I've got to contradict you there. I'm sorry. Personally, I prefer the full size. The RS is more practical in a lot of situations because of its diameter, but I actually prefer this. I prefer the full size. But I like big atomizers, you know. But yeah, like I was saying, people will shit can something and say it's shit without thoroughly testing, you know. Agreed, Vapor Bunny. Agreed. But people don't give things an opportunity. I think they're quick to say something's crap. That's what I'm referring to. Look, I liked it with 3mm coils in it. I much prefer it with 2.5s. Yeah, classic example, Robert Lawyer. Classic example. So, yeah, I think I'm going to get much more enjoyment out of using this with 2.5mm coils. Now, 2.5mm coils is not something that I use as a rule. So it was a learning experience for me. And Nikki Mader, I just haven't got batteries in that tonight because there's the Emperor on the 0S. It's a cracking setup. Absolutely cracking setup. And that was the same thing, like I said, with the Bonza Pro. My other Bonza Pro has 3mm coils in it. And it's too restricted for me. So that's the reason why I specifically went for 2.5s in it tonight. And the experience is much better. Much better. Gaming Vapor, I've not heard. A couple of people I've spoken to about it have not been impressed with it. Mine is on its way to me. So I am getting one, yes. Was it free shit? Yes. I'm not going to lie. But will I be honest about it? 100%. I love the Bonza Pro. Right? I love the Bonza Pro. It gets used every day. It doesn't go on a mech because I don't like tanks on single battery mechs. But if it's as good as this, I'll be surprised because this is excellent. There's 3 RTAs that I get on with top airflow. This being one of them, the Emperor being another. Brummy and the Sparrow. And the Sparrow. I do have a Seren coming. So I'm going to, once that arrives, I'll build that, and that will go into a mech borrow. I'm really interested to try it in a mech borrow, the Seren. Yeah, there you go, Duchess. A prime example. A prime example. So, you know, when I watch a review, I don't listen to what they say as a rule. I look at it, look at how it works, and do I think it will work for me? That's how I base it. The Seren is a goat. Look, I'm really, no, he doesn't have Gatubs anymore. I've got it coming because I traded, wasn't free shit, it was traded with Dave for one of his Gatubs. And as let me tell you, I'm going to put 8.4 volts through a Seren. So let's see if it can handle 8.4 volts. So a stacked borrow. So, I have never seen anyone do a stacked borrow yet. So it'd be interesting to see. And that now is absolute singing. And I'm getting better flavor out of it. I am getting much better flavor with those 2.5mm coils. Go figure, because I'm getting more air around it. It's not restricted. So I am really, really, really enjoying that Turnstone RS a hell of a lot more now. And I was just checking those O-rings, and yeah, I'm not having. Everyone else has had issues with it, but I'm not. I'm not having issues with the O-rings. So anyway, that's my thoughts, people. On that note, I am going to. Yes, Lauren, you can put people in timeout, sweetheart. I don't have a lot of moderators on my account because I like to run it myself. But yes, I am going to end it on that note. I want to thank every one of you for being here. I appreciate you all. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please give it a thumbs up, thumb down, whatever you choose. What's that gaming? The only thing I find with a Nightmare 25 RTA, even with a 0.12 dual aliens quad core, can't really push it past 90 watts. The tank just can't keep up with the wattage. I've never owned a Nightmare RTA, so I can't comment. Thank you, Takagawa. I appreciate you. You guys take care. Look after each other. Don't forget to go in and join the live. Neil's been posting the link to it. Yeah, so go and support that. Buy your raffle tickets. I've got to get off my ass and reach out to Dave and buy some myself. But thank you, one and all. Please have a safe weekend. Enjoy it, and I will see you all next week. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.